Hey everyone, this is Allan, and today I will talk about how AI is a lot harder to work with in real projects than people really think. So, the context here is that since Monday, since 2 years ago, I've been quoting a project, and today my client asked if the price that I said would fit an AI feature. So a feature that relies on using AI to do a determined task. And then I explained it to him that AI is not something that you ship and forget. It's something that needs a lot more maintenance and monitoring than people think. And there is a lot of hype around the content of of AI agents and implementing AI on businesses, but people forget or people don't know how hard it really is. So first, let's start talking about the problem. And the problem is that AI is not deterministic like code. When you apply AI, you get different behaviors in each interaction, and you can't predict all the outcomes in production. So sometimes you can change. Let's say you are having a conversation with an AI chat, and sometimes you change the order of the things that you ask about, or you change the words that you are using. Those things will make AI answer in a different way. And sometimes, let's say that you come up with a question that you did not train AI on or did not prompt AI to deal with, then AI will hallucinate and get an answer right from its ass. So something that doesn't even make sense. AI is not something that you build once and after fixing bugs, it's done. No, you need to actually test it and monitor it all the time. All the actually freaking time. It's not the same as using an AI chat yourself. When you compare it with letting other people access it, to ask it things, to do actions with it, it's a lot harder than people think. And how do I know that? Last year, it's been almost a full year ago, I tried to use AI in a no-code tool in N8N, and I built an AI agent, but I didn't know about observability at the time, and it didn't work as I thought it would because I had to change the prompt every day, and I did not price correctly, taking all the amount of hours daily that it took me. So I think I learned a lot from that project, but because I made a lot of mistakes in actually planning it and actually pricing it without taking into account all the execution that was needed every day to make it better or to see if it was working well. I actually had to stop that project and spend more time studying AI for it to work. And as I said in a few videos ago, some weeks ago, last month, I went to a talk about observability and mainly, and actually more precisely using length views. And I am going to implement it in my projects because I learned my lesson. And now there are better tools. There are a lot of technology. There is a lot of technology to use on monitoring and actually logging every action from AI and understanding where are the problems or making fixes. So let's say, for example, I had a real big problem that my client in last year always wanted to change the prompt, but all the prompt was stored inside my my NA10 and the client did not have access to that. So I learned the lesson that sometimes it's better to make it easier for the client to edit. And I know sometimes things like this can sound really obvious to people that have more experience, but I am learning on my own from zero. So I started learning by doing and with real projects. And actually small scale projects and things that did not have that much of a problem for not working. But even things that might sound simple and obvious are things that are not being taken into account for a lot of videos that use the hype around AI and don't talk about how difficult it is to work with it. And as I said in the introduction, today a client asked me if an AI feature would fit inside a price I quoted without taking AI into account, and I told him that AI is not done from the get-go. It needs a lot of maintenance, and it changes the product from a one-time delivery to recurring work. Because if I ship it and walk away, they will get problems. They will get errors. The AI will stop responding as planned. They will hit unpredictable behaviors. And there are also API costs to running AI. People want AI to solve every problem and also be cheap, and that's impossible because people do not take into account that the cost of using AI will scale. Sometimes better models will be the only ones that will actually do the work that people want to, but the better models are also a lot a lot more expensive. And basically, all I am trying to say today is that AI doesn't end at delivery, at the end of the project, because you have to keep improving it. You have to test it many times to see it working, to correct the mistakes as they happen. And the faster, the better. So the more close you are to the problems, to the monitoring, to the better you observe the problems as they happen, the better the system using AI will be. And you actually have to use guardrails, and there are things like AI as a judge, humans in the loop on the agent's actions, and you need to put a lot of work, a lot more work than people think, so the AI doesn't drift from its objective. So that's it for today. I basically just wanted to talk about that sometimes working with AI is not as simple as people think, but it's actually really, I actually like doing it, and I really like learning how to work with it better. And see you guys in another video.